This is something I'm going to be working on today. We got a carburetor that's got a little issue with it. Belongs to a friend of mine here in town. This was something that he was installing, and they got a fitting that broke on it while it was on the vehicle, and this was like out on the beach, and they were trying to fix it in the field and couldn't get it fixed. So he called me and said, could I please help him out? So what you have here, if you look down here on this corner, you got a broken Ezout inside there. So that was a brass fitting that screwed into there that broke, and they attempted to try to remove it because they were out there on the beach and trying to get it done on the car. So fortunately it broke back here closer to where the square shank is, and giving me enough metal there where we should be able to easily twist this out, reverse the direction, and then we'll set it up in the mill, probably on some kind of angle plate, and go in there and try to get this broken brass fitting out of there. All right, so hopefully it won't give us too many issues, and we can get this thing knocked out. So here's my setup for the carburetor. Got an angle plate bolted down to the mill table, and I've got it setting on this piece right here, the carb, and then we got two C clamps at the top. We got two can't twist clamps near the bottom, and I've got a Starrett machinist jack just supporting it so that they can't push down, and using this little Starrett level just to try to get the housing leveled side to side. All right, I wanted to go ahead and hold it even to get this out of there, you know, so it's there. So let's go ahead and start and see if we can grab onto this and unscrew it, and then we'll work on the brass. Let's try the good old vice grips to start with, see if I can get a hold of it. Well, he has got that sucker in there tight. Well, I know why it didn't come out, and the tool broke, Phil. The harder you jam these things in the hole, the tighter that it gets. The workpiece, the piece that's broken, is just swelling out into the threads. The tighter you push it in there, that's one reason why these things don't work too well. All right, we're gonna have to go to another. May have to see about grinding a couple flats on that to where I can get a grip on it. There it is. All right. Okay, well that should have been the hardest part of it, especially if it was broke off flush. Then we would have been having to drill it out of there. So hopefully we can get this brass out now. That should be 1/8 pipe. I'm going to use a 3/8 end mill to center the hole and cut it flat, and then we'll try our left-handed drill bits. Probably try a 5/16. I'm hoping that the left-handed drill bit will grab it and pop it out of there. I just like using these end mills because it's easy if you'll just go front to back, side to side, looking at the two flutes. That's how I do it. I'm not trying to cut it out of there. I just want to get it flat so that the drill we'll drill in the center. A little bit more. I'm just using the table feed, the knee up, to make those cuts there. Alright, that looks pretty good. Alright, let's go for it. See if we can get it out of there. Wrong direction, so you actually want to drill left-handed here. It did not get it. Thing is tight. Wow. All right. Well, that's a bummer. We'll just have to finish drilling it out of there. Next size up drill bit. Since I'm seeing the thread start to cut through here, and on this side I'm using a 5/16 end mill, and I'm going to move the table over to skin this side and this side out to make it a little bit more uniform in the center. Sure ain't wanting to hold that cutter very straight. But I just take little cuts in the side, 2 thousandths at a time or so, until I see the thread. I can get it to break loose, which I think I just did. Like that, you should start being able to pull it out of there. Sometimes you can just pull it out of there like a coil, but as long as I can at least get a few threads for the tap to follow in there, it'll cut the rest of it out. This is where I need some little needle nose pliers. I don't have any smaller than this. See that? Just walking it right on out of there. There it is. What do you think of that? So I just want to make sure that the threads are clean, so we're going to run this tap in there just to clean them up. If I can get the thing started straight. There we go. Not really looking to cut any new threads, I just want to clean them. We use our Greenfield number 6, or maybe not. Don't need much. That should be it. Well, we got it out of there. We did our job. I don't know, he's probably going to have to take this thing apart and clean that thing out. I imagine there's still going to be some chips down in there. But good deal. I'm glad that we got that out and didn't mess the threads up. See all these little clamps like this? Anytime I find these for a good deal at the flea market or wherever I'm at, I always pick them up. You can never have enough of these clamps in all different sizes, styles, and configurations. These are always handy for setups. Okay, well that one's finished up. I cleaned the hole out the best that I could, but I'm going to leave it up to him to take this thing apart and clean the bowl out if there's any chips left in there. So it's just the kind of stuff that happens sometimes, you know, guys wrenching on things under the hood and stuff happens. And even though we don't like to see these and see these broke off, sometimes guys are trying to fix it on the spot, you know, but luckily it was pretty simple, and he just took it off and didn't try to get this out of there and try to drill this out and mess that hole up. But he knows better than that anyway, so that's why he called me as soon as it happened, said, hey, could you help me out this weekend and try to get this fitting out of there. So I'm going to give that Ezout back to him as a memento as to what happened there. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed watching, and I'll see you around on the next project.